When I was in high school, I dreamt of going to these parties where I heard that people would drink Four Locos and open-mouth kiss. I had this fear of missing out on these ragers, but I also feared that I might not fit in at one of these functions. My friends would always go, but I had never been before. But that all changed after December 23rd, 2007, when I decided to join them in attending one of these shindigs. My only reference of a high school bash was watching the OC, so I assumed I'd be going to a sexy beach house with a ton of beautiful people, and Rachel Bilson would be there. Based on this expectation, I thought it would be fitting to wear my older brother's American Eagle teal polo, along with his pre-frayed jeans. We are not the same height. I told my mom that I was going to a friend's house, which was partially true, because we did meet there, but also partially a lie because I didn't tell her of my plans to embark upon this soiree. Lie by omission. I meet up with the boys. Just the boys. Guys. And now it's time to make the call. The way in which they would find these parties is by calling this party hotline. If this sounds made up to you, I don't blame you. It still sounds made up to me, and I was there. Someone dialed this phone number 320 take, and there was a voice message from a guy who would tell you the addresses of different parties that were going down in the valley that night. We are told the place to be that night is in Van Nuys, and we're given an address. Now, Van Nuys is different from Orange County. You won't see any pelicans flying overhead, but you might see a loose rooster. So we arrive, and the party pad is not in great condition. It has caution tape around it, and we think this might be an abandoned house. So we walk up, and a bunch of bros are behind this table, and they charge us each $5 to get into the party, which I didn't know was a thing. We go to the backyard, which is where the party is at, and it does not resemble what I envisioned. No Rachel Bilson, but there was a tireless truck. No Adam Brody, but instead a Nuys tank. As I scan the place, I immediately realize that I am dressed inappropriately. I scan some more and I see a DJ playing some bangers. I see a cluster of some people, mostly dudes, like probably 8-to-1 guy-to-girl ratio. And no one is offering to open-mouth kiss me. Hardly any time passes before this guy stops everything by announcing, "The police are here." Party attenders are tossing out or attempting to hide their paraphernalia. One dude picks up the Nuys tank and just books it. The officers break up the party with much ease. They really didn't need to bring their helicopter. The cops form 2 walls as we exit. There are like 30 officers there. There are more of them than there were people at the party. Then, as we're walking out, I hear the words that I'll never forget. An officer looks us in the eye and says, "Come on, guys. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve." It was like the soul-crushing words of a parent who's not mad, just disappointed. So we leave, and I reflect upon this bummer of a night. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking parties, and sometimes it's fun to do hood rat stuff with your friends. But in this case, we would have had way more fun hanging out at one of our houses, or I would have had more fun doing some sort of Christmas tradition with my family. Over 10 years has passed since that day, and my buddy still texts me every December 23rd, "Come on guys, tomorrow's Christmas Eve." And it's a nice reminder that the fear of missing out on the unknown can cause me to miss out on what's right in front of me. A reminder that as long as I'm with the people that I love and who love me, then I'll never be missing out on anything. Serge. All right, what are we going to watch? How about a little, "Oh, hey, Tinkle Jamie." Or we could do a little, "Jamie, I got you your Turbo Man." Or how about, 525,600, 525. It takes place during Christmas, so technically Christmas movie. We just watch them all. Do you want to what? Let's just watch them all.